Welcome to chapter 15. This is another short introduction to the chapter of my book React Quickly. I'm the author Azat Mardan. This chapter working with data using GraphQL. What is GraphQL? GraphQL, it's a query language which allows you to get exactly the information which you need to get it from the server. So you have a client, which is the browser application, the front-end application based on React. You would use some JavaScript and GraphQL library to fetch that data. On the backend, you also need the GraphQL library and you also need a schema. So your backend, typically you would use Node.js. Your backend uses that schema to first validate the client request and then to give back the information which is based on that schema. So we're going to create a schema for our Netflix clone. We will create a couple of responses to get a movie, a single movie, and to get a bunch of other movies, but multiple movies. So GraphQL, super good library. Why? Because it basically allows you to describe exactly the data that you need. You don't have to go to the backend anymore. The backend is just like 3 or 4 lines. It's very simple. You don't need to create those crazy endpoints like we used to do with Express. app.get, app.push. No. None of that BS. You just define one GraphQL endpoint and your schema takes care of everything. It's brilliant idea. Look at GitHub. GitHub API version 4. It's GraphQL. The REST API, it's version 3. So they switched to GraphQL. There is a graph.ql. It's a pretty nice backend as a service. The GraphQL is just growing. It's growing. It's a change. It's a revolution. It's like React changed the way how we do the front-end development. Same way GraphQL now changes how we communicate between the front-end and the backend, and also how we build those backends. Because it just makes more sense. It's better than having the undefined JSON structure. With a schema, it's set in stone. You can rest assured nothing extra will get there. So just a better way to deal with those communication. So go ahead and get that chapter and find out about how to get started with GraphQL. And I'll see you in the next video.